I assume you just keep playing. After your victory over the Tempers and the Liberation Rite, you return to your wagon to decide how to proceed from here. Hard to believe Tizo's gone. Well, look on the bright side. One less mouth to It's one less mouth to feed. We'll see Tizo again if we persevere. Our journey's now begun in earnest. We'll just need to make a few last preparations while we're here. What about the stars? Can we afford the time? About that. Rita, go see for yourself. The night sky over Mount Elodial is much darker than you would have expected. Your thoughts are with Tizo as you look toward the heavens. He's a venerable drive imp and quite probably the first of his kind to leave the downside. You gaze into the darkness of night. I'm guessing we're going to have a lot of optional encounters? Ooh, what's this? Weth the Olden Star. Star of the Songfisher. Those born under it are well cultured and influential. You search and search the sky, but in vain. No stars are shining now. Okay, so I guess it was just a point of interest. The stars revealed nothing, did they not? You confirm his suspicions. It's as the book foretells. This is the chance we need to make ready for what lies ahead. There's a haven south of here we'll travel to at dawn. And when the stars decide to shine for us again, we'll be ready. Mark my words. Okay, but what happens now? In spite of the late hour, you find Faye minding her own business in the wagon and talking to herself. Or rather, to the wagon walls. But most of all, I think I'm going to miss his little chirping sounds. He woke me up with them sometimes. He kept waking me up. He sure was a good friend to both of us, right, little brother? Why, you knew him even better than I did. Much better, I should think. So you must really miss him too. She spreads her arms against the wall. I understand. I understand, I do. I do. Those drive imps up there, they seem very sad about this too. Or maybe some are happy, I don't know. More food for them to share and they like food. Tizo sure like food. I wonder if he'll like the food at home. It's very different, right? And so, maybe he won't? But he eats almost anything. Oh, this must be so exciting for him. And I know the scribes. They shall be watching over him still. I think maybe they love him best of all. I cannot wait to hear what he thinks of it all. And I think for sure that he will help with Mr. Sandalwood's big plan. That's the great thing about Tizo, little brother. No matter where he goes, he always helps. He always helps. She bounds off without acknowledging your presence in the least. You sense that she has found some peace despite now being separated from her little friend Tizo. You hope by now that he has found safe passage in the Commonwealth. Okay, nothing new in the book. Had an imp. Let's continue our journey. Good morning, my kin. The place I noted earlier. Let me illuminate the way. What do you think you are? The stars? Moonlight alcove. Alfred indicates you can await the next cycle of the rides here. So I guess we just keep playing the rides? Jeez. I really genuinely thought that we were close to the end of the game, but this feels like there's a lot left now. Volfred leads all of you into a calm and quiet clearing, tucked away inside one of the mountain's hidden folds. All about you see a variety of strange items and equipment. Bide your time? You find Volfred, seemingly lost in thought, but then he turns to you. Greetings, Rita. This wagon and I, we've many memories together, and I could not help reliving some of them just now. I suppose some aspects of my past may be of relevance to you, given your role. If there is something that you wish to know, you need but ask. Ask what he did to earn his sentence, why the Nightwings disbanded, yes. how he knows the lone minstrel, or asked to be excused. Okay, I'm really curious about the Nightwings, so let's go for that. You express interest in knowing more of how the Nightwings came to be here, and Volfred's past connection to the group. I have been connected to the Nightwings almost since the beginning of my days in exile. They found me, in a manner, as I understand, quite like how Hedwyn and the others found you. Back then it was a smaller group than we have now. I joined an exile called Erisa, and one known as Oralech. I like that we get a character portrait. Honestly, I'm too DC for this game. Yeah, there is that. Once in a while, we let little Tizo stand with us as well. He is rather older than he looks. The other triumvirates we stood against, they feared us. Only the Tempers presented any threat to us in any given right. But there was a terrible accident. Erisa, we lost her. And Oralech, he was my friend, he fell from Mount Elodial. We lost him as well, on the night when he was to be free. Ouch, this does not bode well for our future as the Nightwings. We were reckless, hasty, and I was powerless to stop any of it. I blamed the rights themselves, the circumstances that put us into danger. The downside has claimed many lives, yet it was too much. I vowed never again to don the mask and raiments. I had the black wagon cleared and buried, such that it could not be used again. The Nightwings would rise again. It would be under different circumstances, under new leadership, and towards a different purpose. That is all I wish to say of this, my kin. Oh, I can ask all of them. Nice. You ask Volfred about his history with the lone minstrel, whom he seems to know quite well. Tariq was there with the Nightwings when they took me on. His manner has always been much as how you've seen. Although, he is somewhat more cheerful now than I recall back then, if you can believe that. I think our plan has sparked a little fire in him. He serves the Rights and the Nightwings. I have tried to ask him of his past before, but he seems rather reluctant to speak of it. Though, it is plain that he's not from around here. This being the downside, I respect his wishes for some privacy. Nonetheless, although I do not know too much of him, I count him as a friend. I lost track of him for some time, though it was he who first informed me that the Nightwings had returned. He and Tizo were instrumental in our meeting. It's been good to see him doing relatively well. Anyway, was there anything else you wish to talk about for now? What did you do to get exiled? You ask Volfred about his past in the Commonwealth, and how it is he came to be in the downside. How rather forward of you, my kin. Most whom I have met during my travels here have been reluctant to approach the subject of one's history before one's exile. Nonetheless, I am happy to tell you. As a reader, I assume you are familiar with the stamping press. I owned and operated one. An illegal invention allowing written materials to be published at an extraordinary rate. In 617 AS, the Commonwealth was under siege from within as anti-theocratic propaganda quickly spread. I took issue with the Commonwealth, the ban on literacy, the interminable wars against the High Wing remnants, the last surviving faction of the Winged Harps, the ancient enemies of the Commonwealth. We've read that one before. I spread the truth about it all with my machine. Under pseudonym, of course. Still, I knew I was putting myself at risk, and sure enough, my stamping press was eventually discovered and burned to the ground. I, however, managed to elude capture for a while, but not for long enough. Here in the downside, I chanced upon the Nightwings who were searching for a reader. In that respect, my past, I think, is similar to yours. Anyway, that is the long and the short of it. Now then, was there anything else? We're done. You thank Volfred for his time and bid him a good rest of the afternoon. So he's always been a radical, huh? Yep, he has never liked the Commonwealth. Likewise to you, reader. Be well. Cool. Let us bide our time. Everyone. The amenities are modest here at Moonlight Alcove, but I suggest that you get comfortable. We may be here for some time. For many years, Volfred smuggled supplies and furnishings to this well-hidden locale. As for myself, I have some business to attend to. Please leave the wagon in my care for now. It shall be ready by when you need it next. From the mountaintop, you can see all across the downside its impossible expanse staring back at you. The thought occurs to you that you may never see another land besides it. And so, you and your companions wait upon the mountaintop in quiet solitude, anticipating when the cycle of the rites begins to turn again. There, you shall have another opportunity to free one of your own. You may earn back their freedom, one by one. Many moons pass, then one evening. May I have a moment, reader? The lone minstrel finds you poring over the Book of Rites, as has been your leaning through your stay at this abode. Begging your pardon, but there is something you may wish to see. Please follow me. You follow him into the cold night. Look forth, reader. The stars shine like you have never seen. Once more the path towards salvation is revealed, but now something is different. Seek now your destination. Wow! Hope. Where? Pardon me. Each prior time you searched the stars, they showed you to a single path, but now several rites avail themselves to you at once. Henceforth, you may choose from several different rites. Okay, so this is how we start speeding things up, I guess. What is this? Okay. So, obviously, we're going to have to start doing things. Oh god, pardon me, my throat is absolutely murdering me. Okay, so Hamlet is there. Albert Oldheart is there. What was the third one? I have lost the other star. Oh, right up here. And Lendl the Liar is there. I really don't want to fight the Harpies again. But I guess we'll start back at Haub. The stars urge that we go to the cairn of Haub, a long way off. Volfred, sir. How are we to reach the cairn of Haub in due course of time? You know full well, Tariq. Preparations are complete. You think you see the lone minstrel smile, never faintly, but you cannot be sure. Our wagon's gonna fly. Please ask the others to gather their belongings, rest, and then assemble at the wagon there at dawn. We shall be departing at that time. As you will, sir. The cycle begins anew. As the years advance, you'll find there ought be fewer rites, until once more we are to traverse Scribe's Gate. Exactly how many it is difficult to say, but our next chance at liberty ought present itself much sooner than before, so let's be ready for it. Now then, see you in the morning, reader. Your companions have not travelled far from Moonlight Alcove. Word of the news soon spreads throughout the group. Okay. That said, I'm going to hit continue to make sure it saves. Okay, finish this bit off. Next morning, Volfred calls everyone together before the Black Wagon. A flying wagon or flagon, nice. This old wagon is more than it appears. With Bertrude's aid, it escorted you across the sea to me. Now it shall escort us anywhere the stars require. Come and see. Or beckons you to join him in the wagon, which we shall do. Oh, I have to read the book as well. Something has changed about the wagon's interior. What looked before to be old cracks and signs of age now expose various intricate components once hidden from view. You are the Nightwings. You should travel in their customary way. He turns to you, indicating levers and devices marked with symbols from the book. Now, reader, whenever you're ready, you may take us up. I'll show you how. And everyone else, hang on to something. This is about to be a space wagon? It seems that way. Oh geez. After having soared into the sky, the black wagon remains aloft somehow. Oh, by the scribes! I can't believe it. Impossible. The Nightwings sail the skies again, wheresoever the stars may call for them. There is one catch. The downside provides few locales suitable for landing. I just realized why we're called the Nightwings. We found it! No, we should be able to find at least a couple landing places near to where we're going. We'll then make way by land or sea toward our destination. Now, without further ado, let us proceed. The black wagon can fly, seek landing near the Cairn of Haub. Sail now the skies. Which way? Okay, that is a compass. Dang! You can hear the angry hissing from a build all the way from your position. Wow. Think mayhaps the skies belong to ye. Foolish. The skies and everything above them and below belong to the astral born. He shall be smitten from his skies on his awakening. Now be gone! Wagon battle? I don't want a wagon battle. I'm just gonna keep heading this way. Farewell. Oh, this is so cool. Who you? Bye. Oh wow! Is this more places? I don't remember this place being here. The forbidding Cairn of Haub lies below. Not many exiles see fit to cross beyond it. Some fear that the listless remains of Shaq's 6 shoulders shall snatch them up if they attempt to cross. Others simply do not want to pass through to flagging hands. You know its true significance as we do, although your adversaries, the Fate, should be on their way there now. Soon you shall confront them once again. Faye wants to go that way. I'm assuming that, yeah, the lit up ones. Edwin expressed an interest in seeing how the wild curs in the vicinity are doing. I'll go with Faye. Land. There we go. You touch down in the heart of Helmware Valley, where first you face the Fate and the Dissidents. You briefly wonder where they might be now and how they fare. You join your companions for a routine inspection of the wagon following its flight. Hamatha confirms the wagon's wheels withstood the shifting temperature and still appear to be in reasonable shape. Ruki managed to calm some of the drive-ins prone to dizziness or frenzy at high altitudes. Other than that, everything checks out, and the rest of the crew got through the flight without complaints. You now have a little time before having to set forth by land. Okay, and we've saved, which is good because we have reached the end of today's stream. We managed to get one of our companions out. We have made progress. This is looking like a much longer game than I expected it to be. I find the setup interesting and the recursiveness interesting. And I also wonder, as we lose companions, are we going to then find more companions? And if so, does this ever end? But yes, thank you all for joining me today. I appreciate it. And I will see you all next week to keep playing this game. As always, I will be in the Discord, hanging out after this. That's everything. See you next time.